Very much clear.
Yeah, good now. Now guys, let me go. Let me,
Can we get this Docker file templates somewhere?
yeah, I'll actually provide all these steps, guys. I'll give that a total folder with all these projects. So if you want to practice, you can practice. Okay.
Okay.
Now, guys, let me come back here. Let us do one after other, guys. First thing, what is AZ login? Anyone remember last class?
It will
What?
connect. It will connect to the cloud Azure
Yeah.
accounts.
Yeah, because if you want to execute something on your Windows PowerShell or on CMD, first it will actually need to be connected with the cloud. Is it correct, guys? Correct?
Right. Right.
Yeah. Once you log in, it will go to the cloud and where you will use a password, then you will be connected. Now, guys, to see whether my CMD is connected to the cloud or not, what should you do? You just type this command, AZ account show. Then if it is connected, guys.
CLI command, right?
Yeah, it's a CLI command. If it is connected, what will it will show the cloud ID and subscription, everything. That means, guys, now you are connected to one cloud. That is your cloud. Is it correct, guys? So this is the first step. After that, what should you do? You have to just type this command, guys. Try to search for Docker images. If your system is having any image, guys, right click and just enter. Because, guys, before executing this, you have to do one thing. You have to install Docker desktop. Without having this tool, guys, you cannot create Docker containers or Docker images. So, guys, with the link which I have given, install it, open it, and guys, it should be in running state. If you can see Docker desktop, you can see the top of Docker desktop is running. Once it is running, we are only hitting this command to see whether my Docker desktop is running or not. If it is running, guys, what will you do? It will show all the images, guys. You can see all the images already there. So that is the second command. Just let me give all these commands, guys.
Sir, what are those images shown in that command prompt?
These are all different applications, guys. If you observe here, this is a React application.
Okay.
This is a Python application. This is the Angular application.
So it is currently running in your desktop.
Yeah, local desktop. These are all currently running.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now we will create one now. Just don't worry. Now, guys, once you are sure that your Docker is running, now use this command, guys. What is this command? It will actually, what will it do? It will actually build your application. When you type this, what will happen, guys? You know, currently we are in your Python project, and this project is having one Docker file. Is it correct? There is a Docker file in it. This is the Docker file. Now, when you type this command, guys, when you copy and build it, what will happen? Let us use another number because it is already there. So I'm using 1256. 1256. Now, guys, what I'm doing, copy it, enter. Now, guys, what it is happening if you observe, guys, step 1 of 6, 2 of 6, 3 of 6, 4 of 6, my total application, you know, now, guys, is having one Docker file. All the steps which are there in the Docker files have been compiled, guys, have been executed. Once it is executed, guys, you can see writing an image. So this image has already been created. So now let us see that. So this command, can you tell me, guys, what we have just done? Can anyone tell me what we have just done with this command?
We build the Docker image.
Yeah, we have built the Docker image. So one image is created in my local machine with this name. Is it correct, guys?
The dot means local directory, right?
Local directory, the current directory. Okay. Now, guys, let me run it. I'm sure that the image has been created, but I want to see whether it is running or not. I want to see the output now, guys. I want to see the output. So how to see that? Very simple. Because you are in the Docker file, you have exposed this code now. So just copy this, copy this particular command, copy this, and just let me close this. Let me open once again. cmd. Now guys, let me paste it here. Now just type it. Now guys, what's happening? Just wait for a minute. You can see that it is running on this port. So let me open it. 5000. If you observe here, guys, I have created one Python application Docker image in my local system. Is it correct, guys? Is it correct? What I have just done?
Yes.
With
yes,
this command, I have actually created one Docker image. And once when I type the run command, what will it do? It will actually create this one application, local host application on my port 5000. The application will run, guys. Wait for a minute. It will run. Yeah. If you see this, this is my application, guys. This is just a normal application. It's a Python application. So I'm able to run the application on my local system. Is it correct or not?
Correct.
So guys, to do that, I did not use any IDE. There is no IDE. I did not create a VS Code. I did not use Visual Studio 2019 or Eclipse. I did not use anything. But by using simple Docker image, I'm able to run the application locally on my system. Is it correct, guys? You understood this, correct?
Yes.
Now, once it is done, guys, let me go. This is done, guys. Now, till now, guys, we are only in my local machine. Is it correct, guys? Nothing has been pushed to the cloud. Is it correct?
Correct, sir.
We are only doing everything on my local machine. Now, guys, let me go and create. I want to create a particular resource group, guys. You know why to create that? Why will I create that? 1 minute, guys.
Sir, we close that to command prompt means the system will not stop working, is it? That
No, nothing will happen because
the previous command prompt which is running.
It will run continuously. Don't worry. Okay, because the image is already running on your Docker desktop. Now, guys, just type it. What will happen? What will happen? Can anyone tell me, guys? With this command, what will it do?
It will create a resource group in West
US
location.
Yeah, it is actually creating a resource group in this West US location. Is it correct?
Yes.
So my cloud will have this particular resource group. That is done. And okay, next, let us go and execute the next step. Yeah, this is done, guys. Now look here. Now, this is nothing but, guys, your Azure container registry. We have created one, guys. If you observe here, we have gone here and we have entered something, and this registry has been created. Is it correct? Guys, I told you that there will be a content registry, and guys, this is a repository. Repository means your image will be stored in this repository. Is it correct?
Okay, yes.
Now, guys, I will create one. This is by using GUI, but I want to create a container registry by using Azure CLI command. You know, now, guys, we can create resources by using PowerShell scripts also, now, guys. Is it correct?
Yes.
Now, let me create. This is my container registry. So I'm creating it inside the resource group, which I have just created. Is it correct, guys? Now, in the resource group learning Kubernetes Python 7, I just want to create one Azure container registry. Just type it and execute this. Now, what will it do? Can anyone tell me what will it do?
It will create one container registry. Earlier, now it is done. Yeah.
It will just create what we have done manually. Now it is by using this Azure CLI command, we're able to create one container registry. Wait for a minute. It will take some time, guys. But if you manually take, it will take at least 10 minutes. If without using these steps, if you want to perform all these things manually on your cloud, it will take 4 to 5 hours. But if you execute Azure CLI commands, it won't take more than some 15 minutes. That's it. Now you can see this, guys. The particular container registry has been created. Now you can go and check that in the cloud. Refresh it. Yeah, this has been created, guys. This is my registry. You can see this is my registry. So the registry is ready, guys. Now next thing, guys, it's must. You have to log into that registry, guys. You have to log in. That means you need to put something into it. You have to log in, guys. So because I have just created my container registry and I want to push an image. Where is that image, guys? it is already created and running in my local machine. Is it correct? I have an image. Is it
Right,
correct,
sir.
guys? So I
Correct.
want to push this image to that registry. How will you do that? For that, you have to first log in. So I am actually logging to this particular registry which I have created.
But we are not providing any passwords here. Earlier,
No, we have already there in the cloud. So
Okay.
Azure login already happened, na, guys.
oh yeah, okay.
That is the reason login succeeded. After this, guys, next thing, very, very important. So here, what is, because earlier it was all 7, now I have changed the images to this one, guys. So I will update the name. Yeah. Now, if you observe here, guys, let me come back here. This is the container registry, now, guys, which we have created.
Yes, sir.
Now it will have a login name, guys. This is the URL of my container registry. Okay. The name .azure.cr.io. Okay, guys. This is the login. If I want to access this particular registry, I need to use this. Now, guys, if you come here, this step, where is the next step? Yeah. If here, guys, if you come here, let me copy this. Just let me execute it. Let me
The
check
container registry is nothing but like kind of service connection.
Container registry is the place where your container and everything will be stored. It's a Docker registry. It is not a service connection. Container registry is nothing but, guys, which you hold your application. Your image will be stored there. Did you get my point?
Okay.
Okay.
Venkat, please say container is nothing but to register our local Docker information to the cloud, right?
Yeah, that's it. In the cloud, we have a registry. I want to push my all images to that registry. That's it.
Okay.
Now, guys, here what this command has done. This this one. We have actually created one tag. Tag is nothing but, guys, till this point, we have not given any name for my image. If you observe here, guys, this is my registry name. Whatever the first, it should be like this, guys. All your Docker images will follow this structure, where this is the structure, guys. The first thing is your registry name, container registry name. Sometimes you can simply name it like this, registry 1256. Is this there now, guys? Or you can use the full format. This is your registry. And what is this, guys? It is the repository name. You know, each registry will have one repository. Is it correct, guys? Is it correct? And what is this VM? V1 is your image name. What is the image? The application, actual application. Is it correct?
Okay.
V1 is the image. This is the repository. This is the registry. Okay.
The V1 we can give any name, sir.
Any name. You can give any name. Venkat Ranjit, you can give any name, guys. Image name can be anything. Now, guys, if you see, next I'm pushing my image. Here, guys. Yeah. Now what I'm doing, when I particularly execute this command, what will it do? Just type enter it. What will it do, guys? The image which we have just created, that will be pushed to this particular registry, guys. If you observe here, guys, can anyone tell me what is this Python regis 1256/1256? It is the image which we have created locally and running locally in my Docker desktop. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, with this command, what you have done, we have tagged this with the actual cloud container registry. Is it correct? What is this? Python, this is my cloud data. Is it correct? Azure CL/IO/. This is my cloud information. Is it correct?
Cloud registry information.
Yeah, cloud and this is my local image. Correct?
What is tag, sir? Can you?
Tag is nothing but we are providing the tag like V1. We have to provide the tag. So what I have just done, I am actually tagging my local image with this image, guys. Here V1 is the image. What I have done, I have tagged the local Docker image which I have created locally, and I have tagged that to with the Azure registry. Once it is done, tag is completed, guys. When you hit the push button, this push command, then what will happen? My local image will be pushed to the registry, guys. Go back and check in the cloud.
V1 is something that is like alias, is it?
No, it is actually an image name. If you don't give any name, latest will be used, guys. If you observe, Here I did not use any name. Then what will happen? One latest, an image with latest will be created. If you give one name, that name image will be created. Just a minute, guys, you will understand. This is the registry. Go to your repository, guys. You can see we have already created one repository with the name Python repo 1256. Is it correct, guys? This has been created, correct?
Yes.
If you click that, now you will be seeing a V1. This is that actual image. What is V1? The application. Is it correct, guys? I told you Docker image is the one which is having my application, localhost 5000. When I click that, I have seen one application, guys, some application. So that is your image. This will be stored in your repository. That will be stored in your registry. Do you understand this or not?
Yes, under.
Yes, sir.
Now, very simple. Now, yeah, done. So till this point, guys, creating a Docker image and deploying that to the cloud, that has been happened. What we have done? We have created Docker image locally in my machine. After that, I have created the Docker registry. Then I tagged the local image with the Docker registry. Then I push the command. So the local image has been now pushed to the registry. So till this point, everything is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
now, guys. Now what? Now, guys, here, AK is nothing but your Azure Kubernetes cluster, guys. ACR is nothing but Azure Container Registry. So you know these are all Azure CLI commands. You know that.
Yes.
Now, guys, Azure AKS create. Now, what it is doing? I am creating a cluster called kube cluster 07. This is the cluster name, and I'm creating it in the same resource group. Okay. And after that, guys, node is nothing but your VM, and I want to use one VM, guys. And after that, guys, these are the keys which will be created along with that cluster. Once it is done, if you observe here, guys, I'm attaching one container registry because, guys, Kubernetes cluster, what is the duty of it? It will manage, orchestrate the container images, na, guys.
Yes.
And where we are having our images in this registry?
Node.
Yeah, actually, in this currently in this registry. For now.
Yes. Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Now what I am doing, I am creating a cluster. At the time of creating only, I'm attaching this registry. I'm telling that, yeah, you will work with this registry. You need to orchestrate this particular container. Is it correct?
Yes. But where is the VM actually?
Yeah, just you will understand. Wait.
Yeah. Okay. No issue.
Now just enter. It will take time. It will take 1 minute, guys, because there's a big thing is happening here. A very big thing is happening.
Sir, how to remember these commands, sir?
Don't remember. No one asks you to write the command. No, in the interview, no one will ask you to write the command. What will they do? They will show these commands. They want you to explain these commands because we are humans. You cannot remember all these things. Is it correct?
Yes.
So they will only ask you to have you implemented Kubernetes, have you implemented Docker, then how you have done it. So you need to say by using Azure, that CLI command. Then they will show one document. Can you please decode it? What is happening here? Then by viewing the command, you should tell, okay, it is 𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐾𝐴. That means one cluster you are creating. 𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐶R. You are creating a registry. What is this? What is this particular thing? What is this / this? Oh, this is a registry. This is a repo. This is image. This is repository. This is your registry. So if you know this, then you will be satisfied. Okay, you know you have already worked with that. Is it correct, guys? No,
Yes.
guys, don't buy hard the steps. You should never do that. We are not small kids. We are not going to any school. Okay, guys?
Yes.
Everything is already given by the documentation. Microsoft documentation already there now, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, now we are running it. Yeah. Wait for 1 minute, guys. This step will take some time, not more than 1 or 2 minutes. Once it is done, that's right, guys. There are only very few steps left. We have created it. We need to get the credentials. After that, we need to apply this. Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, let me explain this YAML, guys. Now, you know, the Docker will contain a Docker file. Is it correct, guys? if you're creating one Docker image, you are actually creating, your project should contain a Docker image, Docker file. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the use of the Docker file? When you build the Docker file, all the steps in this file will be executed, one image will be created. Without this file, nothing can be happen. Is it correct?
Right.
Yes.
In the same way, guys, your Kubernetes cluster will also have one YAML file, guys. It will actually implement this file. Without this file, you cannot have your cluster. You cannot deploy that container images in your cluster. So what is this? You may not understand it, but I will try to explain it, guys. Yeah, if you observe here, very simple, guys, very, very simple. There are two kinds. One is deployment, one is service. Can you see this? There are a lot of information, guys, but mainly you can see there is one API version. This is one API version, one kind. And this is another API, same version, another kind. Is it correct? There are two things happening here in this YAML. First one, guys, deployment is happening. What is the meaning of deployment? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of deployment?
It will deploy that code into that cluster.
Yeah, image. Actually, guys, in deployment, what is happening? You are actually deploying your image into your cluster. Is it correct, guys? Here, you have to give the particular image name. Can you decode this, guys? Can anyone tell me what is this?
Our Docker image.
Yeah. What is this thing?
Azure repository.
Repository, we are deploying this Python.
Repo name and
then V1 is the tag.
This one is the registry, not a repository.
Registry. Yeah. Right.
This is the repository. This is my image, correct?
Correct, sir.
Now, what I'm doing here on this particular port, I am actually deploying. This is a container specification. These are my container specifications. This is my container name. This is the image. This is pull policy. Always pulling nothing but cluster wants to pull this image from the container registry. Is it correct? Why it is pulling? It need to deploy it on its cluster. So, guys, what we are doing? We have given the container details here. Is it correct? All the specification.
Yes,
Do you understand?
Yes.
Once
sir.
it is done, guys, you have deployed. If you observe here, next is the service. Service is nothing but, guys, you are using load balancer service. So what you are doing, guys, here on this port by using TCP protocol, this application, your Python application, now you are creating one service called Python app SVC in your Kubernetes cluster. What will it do? It will actually act like a load balancer. This image can be installed on more than that you will be know, guys, just in 2 seconds. Once it is done, yeah, it is done, guys. Now let me go back to the guys. Do you understand this YAML?
Yeah.
Only 2 points.
One question actually, Venkat. How Kubernetes knows that image is related to that particular VM, well, like VM1 or VM2?
Yeah, just wait, you will understand. Now, guys, let me go to the next step here. Yeah, what we have just done, this has been created. Now, I need to get credentials there, that's for sure. Why we need it? Let me copy it and let me execute it here. Now, once you've done it, what will happen, guys? Your Kubernetes cluster credentials will become and stored, yeah, in a file called kubeconfig file, guys. Yeah, you can see this config file need to be there in your system. Once it is there, guys, then only you can create or you can deploy that particular container into your Kubernetes cluster. You need to have this. I'll show that images. Just wait for a minute. So what is the use of this? It will get all kube cluster credentials in your system. Once it is done, guys, let me go here. Did I change it? Yes. Save this. Yeah, I have saved it. So it is there in my, yes, perfect. This is the image 1256, 1256, perfect. Now, guys, let me, yeah, this particular kubectl is a command, guys. What will it do? When you just Copy this. That. Just enter. Now what will it do, guys? It will execute all the steps which are written in this YAML. You can see the deployment is done, created. The service nothing but your load balancer has been created. Now, guys, next step. I want to see that cluster, the service, guys. Very simple. Click this thing and just type here. If you know, when you create a load balancer, will it have an IP address, guys? Is it correct, guys? Do we have an IP address?
Right.
So here, what we are doing, this particular application deployment has been done to my cluster, and I'm actually getting this particular IP address also. Now, guys,
This is like the front-end IP, sir.
yeah, front-end IP. Simply front-end. That is your front-end IP. Now, you have to come here and look at the pods. Actually, actually, guys, if you see here, replicos 3. What is the meaning of this guy? Means, just a minute. When you type this, when you copy this, pod is nothing but, guys, it will hold your container image. You can see when I type this particular pod, guys, there are 3 images are running. 3 images. Why there are 3 images are running? Can anyone tell me?
If in case one image is down, another image they can route
Yeah,
it.
that is the reason I have created 3 replicas. I want to have same application, 3 replicas I want to have. Okay. So, guys, each pod will have the same image. So here I'm creating 3 pods. All the pods are having containing the same image, same application, and all pods are running. If something happened to one, the second one come into the picture. Now, guys, copy this sectional IP.
What is the difference between container and pods?
Pod will hold the container. Actually, guys, in Kubernetes cluster, pod is an individual thing which will have all your container images. Pod is nothing but, okay. You are deploying your container image into the cluster. Is it correct?
Yes.
So where you are deploying that particular image into the cluster? To the pod.
Okay.
If you observe with this particular kubectl apply, what will be happening, guys? Here 2 things are happening. Deploying the container to the cluster and creating a service. Now, when you're deploying the container into the cluster, on the pods we are deploying it. Did you get my point? Guys,
It's getting confused. Like you're saying Kubernetes cluster pod.
Yeah, just a minute. You will let me first let me run the application, then I will explain that. Because a lot we are viewing a lot, guys. No worries. Okay. Now, if you observe here, guys, I'm able to access the application. Now, can you tell me from where I'm accessing this application? Can you first tell me that?
Kubernetes.
Yeah, this is actually a container image.
Yes.
Yes, it's a container image. I'm accessing it from Kubernetes clusters load balancer front-end IP. Is it correct?
The Docker image, right?
This is a Docker image. What you have just done, you have deployed this Docker image to one of the pod inside your Kubernetes cluster. Is it correct?
Correct.
And when I give this front-end IP of my Kubernetes cluster, I'm able to access the container image.
Yes.
Now, guys, someone asked, what is the difference between a pod and a cluster? Very simple, guys. First of all, tell me, this is the end of the application, guys. Now let me explain this. First, tell me, guys, I will ask some questions. What is a Docker registry? Can anyone tell me
It will contain our
Docker images.
it will contain all the containers. You need to save that. All the containers will be having in your registry. Is it correct? And what is the Docker or container repo?
Docker register contains all our Docker image.
Each container will have its own repo. What is the use of this repo, guys?
Images. It will store the image.
What is an image? Image is the actual application. Now, this repo will have this image. All your images will be stored on your repo. Is it correct?
Correct.
Now, guys, if you observe here, how I have created the Docker image? By using one Docker build command. Is it correct, guys? There is a build command, Docker build command. Do you remember?
Yes.
What is the use of this build command? By how it has created the image, guys? by executing all the steps which are mentioned in the Docker file. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is your Docker part. Now, guys, to orchestrate or to manage this Docker container image, what I have done, I have created one Kubernetes cluster. Is it correct? And I have attached my Docker registry to it. Is it correct, guys? With this command, I have created one Kubernetes cluster and I have attached my container registry to it. Is it correct?
Yes.
And once it done, I have executed this particular YAML file. And the YAML file contains two parts. One is deployment, the other one is service. Here, guys, at the time of deployment, I have selected 3 replicas. That means, guys, what I'm doing, I'm actually pulling the image which is already there in the Azure registry. One image is there in this Azure registry, guys. This registry contains any image or not? Must
Yes, sir. Yes. Python.
So, yeah, when in the deployment step, what I have done, I have pulled that image from it and have deployed that image to the pods, 3 pods on my Kubernetes cluster. Is it correct? If you see this one, there are 3 replicas. I am pull always from this container registry. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Pull it and deploy it on my pods. Pod is nothing but the application will be deployed to your pod. 3 pods we are having. Once it is done, guys, what I have done, I have created load balancer service. Once I created this service, what did I get? I get a front-end IP. Is it correct, guys? With the use of that IP and the port number, I was able to access the application. With some IP and port number, I'm able to access the application. Is it correct, guys?
Correct.
So I'm able to access these pods. If one thing goes down, other will, all this particular IP will always serve the request of the customers. Is it correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, guys.
Sir, without going to the, sir, please give this image. Okay, without going to the Kubernetes, without attaching your Docker image to Kubernetes,
Okay.
can we browse the application from the registry?
Yes, you can do that. Very simple. This is your registry now, guys.
Right, right.
It contains your image. This is your repository. This is your image. Your image is V1. Now, guys, to access it, you have to do one thing. Go to this registry and go to access keys. You have to do this. And you need to enable admin user. You have to do this, guys. Then only you can access from direct Kubernetes registry. After do it, go to your, there is a concept called container instances, guys. So here you need to, how we have created a front-end IP for your Kubernetes.
Right.
In the same way, you have to create this instance for that image, guys. And with this instance IP address, you can access it. Now there is no, okay, go here, select the resource group and create a name, some name, container instance 1256. Yeah, Azure container registry. Now if you can see, guys, this is my registry name. Wait for, this is my repository name. This is my image. Is it correct, guys?
Perfect. Yes.
You can see it's a deployed on Linux OS. Just create that. You can see, guys, this is my image repository. This registry one, just create it. Now what will you get? You will get one IP address, and using that you can access it.
Okay.
Now you are accessing your application by using container only. We have not created any cluster.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys.
Understood. Sir, one more thing. You have downloaded in the C folder some configuration file.
Yeah,
what is that used?
Yeah, let me show that. This particular file, where is the location? C users. C users. .cube. This file, guys, will have complete application certificates, that the authentication part, the keys, the private keys, because we need to be authenticated user, guys. So all the information will be given in this particular file. When you download it, when you have this application, this file, then only you can connect and you can push it. Okay, guys, from where you're pushing from your outside world now. You're pushing from your laptop. So to push that, you need to contain this file. Did you get my point? It's just like a authentication part. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys, that's it. So what will I do? I will provide the total Kubernetes folder and attach it here. And if you want to practice, you can practice, guys. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Let us all. Tomorrow it's very important class. Azure Active Directory. With that, the course will be completed, guys. So don't absent for tomorrow's class. Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
Sir,
what time
one,
the class is starting tomorrow?
Same time, 7 p.m. Now.
sir, one more extra day you give, sir, how to prepare resume and all that.
Tomorrow only we will spend more time, and I'll explain I'll show the resume. Tomorrow it may be like a 2 hours class. Okay.
Okay.
So tomorrow I'll explain everything. Don't worry, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so
Chalo,
much.
bye.
Venkat, like this Python thing you deployed it, like how we can deploy is this the same way to deploying this?
Yeah, any application, same way, guys.
No
Same process.
pipeline creating nothing.
No, nothing. No pipeline, nothing. We don't do all those things, na, guys. Okay. You're directly creating Docker image, directly creating the Kubernetes cluster, directly doing everything. No repo, no image, no pipeline, no nothing.
No service connection, nothing.
Nothing. No, nothing. That is the reason this is most popular nowadays. That is the traditional way of deployment. Okay.
Okay.
Venkat, how I can know the particular image is on the particular VM?
Because you have created this image, na? Because the first, guys, the programmer will give you the code. Once you have the code, you know you have the Docker file, and you need to create this image, and you need to push that to the registry. Because you are doing all these things, na, guys.
Okay.
Who is creating the image, Docker image? Who is creating it?
We are creating in local, sir, first.
In local. After that, it's you only who are pushing that to your registry.
Right.
Yes. Only.
You know, yeah, you know
Our job.
everything.
Yes. This is
Okay.
Yes. And
Guys, you may not understand entirely, but once again, those guys.
if Kubernetes is like orchestration, then there should be some GUI. Then only we can manage it. Just click and do something.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you have that also. Actually, let me show that to you. There is a Kubernetes. This is your GUI, guys. We have seen. You can see this is this is the cluster which I've created. Create cluster. This is a normal GUI version. Okay. Yeah, but it will take a lot of time to create this. It will take at least 30 minutes to do that. So
Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
It is there. It is there. When you see, this is the cluster image which is created, and if you see, this is the service. This is the service, guys, and this service will have that IP address. If you go to the service, which is nothing but your load balancer, this is the IP address, guys. Okay, this is the, if you know Python app SVC, the service name in the YAML file. Do you remember, guys?
Yes.
When you do that there, it has created in this particular service. Okay. Okay. So any doubts tomorrow? I will resolve. I need to go somewhere, guys. Bye, guys. Okay.
Bye.
Chalo, bye.